Thank you for agreeing to be a judge for our speech meet. We rely on volunteers like you to evaluate our performers and help them become even better actors and speakers. Video 4, Judging Speech. This training video will give you an idea of what to look for when judging a speech event. In speech events, we are looking for the mechanics of speech, poise or confidence, quality and use of voice, including tone and volume, effectiveness and ease of gesture, emphasis and variety to keep the audience engaged, enunciation or clarity of speech, and diction, appropriate choice of words. Oral interpretations of literature. In interpretation events, speakers will interpret and portray the published works of an author. In dramatic oral interpretation, or DOI, and humorous oral interpretation, HOI, speakers will perform by either reading the material using a binder or presenting the material from memory. Movements, gestures, and singing are allowed. Costumes and props are not allowed. If a binder is used, it should not be used as a prop in any way. Some things to look for: creation of mood and character, vocal expression, physical expression, and audience appeal. Attention should be paid to the performance rather than the writing of the material. Memorized events. Informative speech. In informative, students write their own speech to inform or enlighten the audience about a subject of their choosing. The speech is typically delivered from memory, however, note cards or manuscripts are allowed. Visual aids are optional, but judges may consider the quality of the visual aids in their decision. Original oratory. Original oratory is a persuasive speech written by the competitor with the intent to convince the listener to adapt or reinforce a particular point of view. Memorization is mandatory, and the use of note cards or scripts should be a negative factor when judging this event. In this and other memorized events, judges are asked to consider the quality of writing and performance, putting aside the judge's personal ideology. Even if the subject or content of the speech was not your cup of tea, was it well written and well organized? Did the speaker deliver it clearly and with passion? Was the speaker engaging and poised? These are the criteria to consider when judging speeches written by the student competitors themselves. Memorized public address. Memorized public address, or MPA, is a student performance of a speech delivered by another in a public speaking event. In addition to the memorized address, the student's speech will include an analysis of the address, interpreting the intent and impact of the original speaker's message. This speech should be delivered from memory, and homage to the original speaker's presentation should be considered. Short prep events. Extemporaneous. In extemporaneous speaking, the competitors will draw a topic 30 minutes prior to their speech, and each competitor will have a different topic. Using resources they have gathered beforehand, they will compose an original speech with references on the chosen topic. Given the short preparation time, students are judged on their ability to present an off-the-cuff but well-organized speech with some statistics or other cited information included. During the finals round, after the speaker has finished, they will open themselves to a 2-minute cross-examination by one of their competitors. Competitors generally ask the speaker to clarify positions, consider alternative options, or reiterate their previous points. This is open cross, with both speakers able to speak during the time period. Impromptu. In impromptu, judges are given an envelope with prompts inside. These are usually a cartoon or a quote. Sometimes they are attached to a note card for the student to use. Students will wait in the hallway for their turn to speak. When speaker 1 will enter, the judge will give them one of the cartoon or quotes. The students will set their timer for their prep time, 3 minutes counting down. The student will take their prep to organize their speech and may write notes on a note card as needed. When the student is ready or their prep time has ended, they will begin their speech. This is a short speech, a minimum 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. The speech is off the cuff using general knowledge of the subject and current events. The speaker will attempt to tie the cartoon or quote to a current social, moral, or cultural issue. Spontaneous oral interpretation. In spontaneous oral interpretation, the judge will be given a binder with a short selection for the competitors to read. Speaker 1 will enter the room and set his or her timer for their prep time. They will review the reading and prepare their presentation. No notes may be written. When the time is ended or the speaker's ready, they'll reset their timer and begin their presentation. Students may present an extemporaneous intro to the piece, but it is not required. The binder must be held in hand and may not be used as a prop. Hand or foot movements are allowed and singing is also permitted. There's no minimum time limit. The speaker will read the piece until it's completed or the time runs out, and there's no penalty for the time running out before the selection is completed. Each speech event is different, with entirely different judging criteria. We ask that judges please review the short paragraph at the top of the comment sheet for your event. It will tell you the rules, the timing, and the expectations for the event you are about to judge. Now that you know what to look for in a speech event, please watch the next video about judging debate. This is the time for questions. Please ask your tournament director or comment your question below. And thank you so much for judging.